hope you're fabulous this morning. So I had this brilliant idea of recording all the videos at one time and just changing my clothes and posting them throughout the day. Yeah, that wasn't a bright idea. So that maybe I'll post that later as like a blooper reel. It was like a tragic fail, or maybe I won't. So before I get into viewer questions for today, I do have my trusty phone that I just dropped, so I hope it works still. And hopefully as I go, I won't go over my 10 minutes. Also, I'm so excited. So my friend Toya is going shark diving this weekend. I will not be going. And we have a funny story about that. We'll tell you about that later. So I'm finally going to record with Toya. She lives in a different city, so it's really hard with her schedule and my schedule to get together. Although we talk all the time, it's just hard to physically get together. So we're going to record. Yay! I'm so excited about that. And hopefully I can do a Let's Ask an Asian session with my homeboy Grim, who is straight up Korean, but he is a hip-hop music video producer, I guess you call that. Like, he draws the sketches and makes them out and finds the people, and director, there you go. So he does Korean hip-hop music videos, and I think I'll post a link to one of his videos at the end of our interview. So I want to kind of talk to him about hip-hop and the black culture, urban culture of America, and what he feels as an Asian. You know, you guys hear from Oprah, and you guys have heard from Min, who's Asian American, but I wanted to talk to another Asian, and I do have a lot of Korean friends. It's just that the Korean culture, they're kind of collectively shy, like they just don't like to be on camera. So, it's a little difficult to get them to talk on camera because they're like, oh my god, it's a camera, I don't want to talk. They're really, really shy. So anyway, hopefully Grim won't let me down. And in Korean his name is Gurim, but in English we say Grim, right? So I hope Grim doesn't let me down, and I hope he brings his dog. His dog is like fabulous. I love his dog. His dog's name is Cloud. Super cute. Okay, so let's get into the questions for today. And yes, my hair is looking crazy because I was experimenting with mousse and I don't know what's happening. It's like, so we shall see how this ends up later today. Okay, so first question of the day, Silver Kissify. Yes, okay. She wants to know, do I still need help with missions in church? Of course, like, I'm only one person. I do so much because I haven't found people to leave in charge of and or to run the things that I do. So until people come to Korea who can, like, have the heart to, like, help people like I do, and they're not in it for the wrong reasons, and, you know, they really, you know, hear from God and can flow and see people how God sees people, then hey, when they get here, run with it, do what you do. But until they get here, I want to make sure that the job gets done. So like last year I had two different people come on trips with me. I posted some pictures from those. My homeboy Chris, hi Chris, I don't know if he's gonna watch this or not. He usually watches my videos from time to time. So Chris came on the trip to the Philippines with me. It started out with 10 people, but everybody for whatever reason backed out, whether it was money or time or whatever. So he stayed committed and ended up going to the Philippines with me last year. I don't know who's going to go with me this year. Ecuador is also on the table. So if you are interested in going to South America, then if you're interested in going to is Ecuador part of South America? If you're interested in going to South America, then for sure inbox me. And of course, I do all these things with my own finances, and usually I do small things to raise money to take additional money. So I can't pay you if you come, but yeah, if you're interested in coming, that's what's up. Inbox me. Yeah, so Philippines is on the list this year. Ecuador is also on the list this year for me going to do missions. And when I do missions, I do workshops, I do plays, I do a little bit of preaching. I'd rather say minister, and I'm more a teacher by nature. As you can see, I talk a lot. So yeah, I do ministry out there, prayer, whatever God says, that's what I do, whatever he takes me. So if you want to help with that, awesome. And anybody can help at any point in time. You can always donate. And I know people are always asking for money and the economy is bad or whatever, but Okay, take your situation in your bad economy and multiply that by like a gazillion. That's the need of the people that I help. Like in the Philippines, the kids that live in the Smoky Mountains aren't really mountains, they're trash heaps where the kids burrow holes. These kids don't have parents, they don't want to go to orphans or orphanages. That means they end up in like sex slave trade and these really terrible things. And so they burrow holes in the heaps of trash, and it's a landfill. And they burrow the holes and they sleep in there. But the thing is, the city continues to dump there. So hundreds of kids are killed all the time because they live in these trash. They burrow a hole, but then when the more trash comes, they get squished. So you are complaining about not having a little bit of extra money to go to the movies, or maybe you can't even, some of you can't even eat, you know, but these kids literally just eat whatever scraps are there in the landfill. So I guarantee you, if you have the ability to watch this, your situation is nothing compared to the people who need help. And so that's my mission in life altogether, is to help those people. So yes, I need help. I need help from all of you. If you just send $1 a day, that's 30 bucks. It will do phenomenal wonders for people who need it. So to answer your question, and she also asked me a question online. Whoa, when did you cut your hair? I didn't know you cut your hair since the last video. Okay, so my hair isn't cut. This is my hair curly. When it's doing this curly thing, I normally press and straighten it out, and it just wasn't healthy for my hair. And so yeah, and I think I talked about that in another video as well. The cut before, I haven't cut it since the last time I botched my hair. So it's not cut, it's just curly. And I don't know, see, because this moose is doing some crazy stuff. See, I have hair, it just is curlying up right now. Side note on the hair thing, I could care less. Like, some people are like, oh, I want to have this long, flowing. I've had long hair my entire life, and I think I'm just not attached to it. So I shaved my hair like completely off in high school once, and then I had locks, and you guys know I combed those out. Then I've cut it since then, and then now I'm rocking it curly. Like, I like big hair, so if this curly continues to form big, then that's awesome, because maybe that's the southern girl in me. So yes, it's been cut, but not since the last time that I posted that it was cut. And again, I'm just not married to my hair. Like, it's like, oh, whatever happens, as long as it doesn't look crazy, I'm good. Okay, Classy Jewel. And you know what I didn't do? I didn't look for starting time. So hold on, let me set a timer. How about that? I found all sorts of fun little things with this phone. This is the, what is this? A Galaxy. That's right, it's a Galaxy. Timer. Give me, maybe I have like, I'll give myself 8 minutes, because I'm sure I've talked for like 5, so it should be like a 15-minute video. Start. And go. Okay. So, Classy Jewel. Classy Jewel. Are there teachers with family, and do kids attend the same school? Yes, there are. I've met foreigners who have families. Some of them came here single, then married a Korean, and then now they have mixed children and they live here. And of course, those kids go to Korean school. I've also met teachers who came with family intact. I know a couple of single moms that are here. They brought their children from the States, so it's just them and their kid, and they have no complaints. Like, they love it. There are every major city has international schools where the teachers speak for the most part in English. You know, it's Konglish, but it's for the most part in English. And if you know, do your job as a parent at home, and read with your kid at home, speak to them in English. Like my mother, she's a 5th grade teacher, so my mom used to give us like essays, like, okay, what's your favorite animal? Giraffe? Great. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and go get that encyclopedia, look up all you can about a giraffe, write me an essay, then you can go outside and play. That was that was how we grew up. So if you do your part at home, then it kind of balances out the Konglish that they may be getting at school. So yeah, for sure, you can come as a single mom, bring your child, and they can go to an international school. They have regular schools, and I don't know how true this is, but I heard that you can get a special like application or something like that to the embassy for your child to go to school on a military base. I'm not sure how true that is, but that's what I heard through the grapevine, that you can do that. So there are options for schools, and there's private schools as well. They do have private schools. They're crazy expensive. Now that I don't know if you can afford on a teacher's salary by yourself, but I don't know. That's something to look into. But they do have schools that do speak English. So if you're a single mom and you're interested in coming, try it out. As I said in the last video, like, trial and error, pray about it. This is where you're supposed to be, go with it. Like, you just have to go with life. You can't be too nervous about anything. I found, you know, if it's not supposed to work, then guaranteed it won't work. And if it's supposed to work, I guarantee you it will work, and it'll be awesome. Okay, Cumin Sue, why did I cut my hair? Okay, I think I just answered that question, and I think I did a video about it. Originally, when I combed out my locks, I feel like I'm repeating myself. When I combed out my locks, I had this giant, like, fro of things. It wasn't even a fro. It was this, like, thing. But then I wasn't really ready to just, I mean, living in Korea, like, hair products are, like, impossible to find. And so I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. So I immediately started rocking braids. I had some damage and some break off from that because my hair was already traumatized from the combing out, because you guys know it took me like 4.5 months to like comb out each individual lock. And so because my locks are really long, check some of my other videos, you can see how long it was. So like from end all the way up, I took a tiny little fork and I did it. So I think from the trauma, I should just let it have a break and a breather, but I didn't because I was scared, because I was like, I don't know what to do with it and I can't be looking crazy. So I was rocking braids. So I rocked braids endlessly for like 6 months. No, like 9 months, like a baby. That's like the length of a baby. I rocked my locks, or rocked braids in different variations for like 9 months. And then when I took them out, I had like breakage and different lengths or whatever. And I was like, okay, I need to just listen to my hair and just go for it. But again, I wasn't really ready for the Jerry curls, which I knew that I had the Michael Jackson. Yeah, I know I had this. I mean, I knew I had it. I just wasn't ready to deal with it. And a lot of the things that people were using as solutions in the States, I don't have access to those here. So what did I do? Oh, then I started rocking it flat iron. You guys have seen my hair out and curly, well, not curly, but out and curled under a couple videos or whatever. So then I was like, oh, I'll just cut it in a cute style that I could wear flat irons or whatever, and then I butchered my hair. It was the worst idea I've ever had. I have a lot of bad hair ideas. Luckily for me, my hair tends to grow back. So anyway, that's how I cut it. The time that I cut it, I butchered it, I jacked it all up, and so I was rocking a shag. And I think I talked about this in the video, maybe 2 or 3 videos before this one. Okay, and thank you for watching. You're a faithful viewer, Kuminsu. I hope I'm saying your name right, and if I am, then shout outs to you. You're always watching and posting. I appreciate that. One Camp 1621, North Korea threats. Okay, I get this question a lot. Wait, time check. Okay, I have 3 minutes. And someone's calling me. I can't talk to you right now. Okay, so when I came here, I was informed that Korea is in a war. Technically, we are in a war. We're on a break. A 60-year break, but we're on a break. We're still at war. And how did I find this out? Very first teaching gig, it was like a month into the gig, and there's this loud, and I'm like, what is happening right now? Well, it is something it sounded like something off of like a war movie, like that loud, and I was like, what's happening? What's going on? What? And then I look out the window, and if you've ever watched any video from anyone in Korea, like, there's always somebody outside. It's never no one outside. There was nobody. When I tell you ghost town, it was ghost town. Like, there weren't even dogs in the street. There was like no one, and I was like, what's going on? I look, there are no kids, there are no teachers, there's nothing. Like, it was like everyone vanished, and I was like, is this the rapture? God, is that you? Like, what is happening? Then, and of course my co-teachers did not tell me what was going on or what that day was. And then there's this voice that comes out of nowhere, and it's like a radio sounding voice. This is a very eerie experience if you've never experienced it before. And it's like, you know, and I'm like, okay, so I don't know if I should like hide under a desk, should I find a broom closet, like what's happening? My boss finally comes after like, It's like 10 minutes of nothingness, and I don't know if I should like move, should I not move? Like, if somebody's about to drop a bomb, I don't want to show them where I am, and I don't want to go running outside like an idiot. You know, in the movies they're like, what's happening? And they get shot, and I was like, I don't want that either. So I think I should just stay put and figure out what happens next and then go from there. So if I heard people coming down the hallway, I obviously would hide under the desk, clearly. So my boss came in and she was like, oh, I forgot. Today is drill. And I was like, drill? She was like, yes, we are war. I was like, we're like right now, somebody that was just war. She was like, no. Practice. We are practice for war. And I was like, wait, you're practicing for war? So then my friend, who's almost back from America, I'm so excited. She'll be back in a month and we'll be doing a lot of videos together. Her name is Unbi. I love her. She's like my Korean kid sister. Like, I love her so much. She went to study abroad in America for 6 months, and yeah, she's almost back in town. I'm so excited. I miss her a lot. Mwah! Can't wait to see you. So she explained that technically, why are you still calling me? Technically, oh wait, that's my time is up. So technically, we are still in a war, and she was explaining that, you know, we go through these drills in case someone decides to fire, drop a bomb, or cross the lines that they've set up. So I've been dealing with North Korea threats since I've been here. Every couple months they say something, because South Korea is giving them a lot of aid, like food and money, things like that. And so you know, it's kind of like, and no offense to any North or South Korean that's watching this, it's kind of like big brother, little brother. Little brother wants something. Little brother would be North Korea because they parted from Korea on their own. So little brother is throwing tantrums because they want big brother to give them some of his ice cream. Like, that's really and truly what it boils down to. Like, when I see and hear, that to me, that's what it looks like. I'm sure there's more to the story, but on a surface level, that's what it is. So it's kind of like the little boy cried wolf for me. I'm just like, ugh, North Korea again. Like, dude, if you behaved well, then your big brother would take care of you. In fact, unification just might happen. Like, you guys might end up being homies. And honestly, with the, maybe not the mentality of social things, but with the technology and the work ethic that Koreans have, dude, they could seriously be a contender on the world platform. Like, seriously, between technology and their advancements in science and even some medical things that they've done, even with plastic surgery, you ought to see these people, honey. I just am like, y'all need to get together and make it happen. But anyway, so the threat with North Korea is just that, a threat, and I'm like, whatever. And two, I feel like, you know, God has made a lot of promises about things that are supposed to happen here, and not just with me, but just in general, and I believe God that I'll see those things come to fruition. And so until God changes his mind or says otherwise, I'm not really worried about North Korea. I also have a little bit more security because there are so many American military bases here, like so many soldiers here, and the technology that we have as an American government, as well as in Japan, and yeah, between Korea and Japan, like, it is like hundreds of bases. Trust and believe, I don't care who's backing them, China, whoever, if they were to buck and act crazy, like they wanted to do something where American citizens and where American military bases are, I'm trying to tell you, it's not going to happen. Like, 60 seconds. Bump, nuke, bomb, no more North Korea. Like, that's the other reason I'm kind of also like, whatever. They'll get it together. I'm going to let the war people figure out what war is, and then I'm going to deal with the people who are not in war, the civilians. So that's my take on that. And side note, I met a few people who work at the DMV, which is like the line where North and South Korea cross, and you know, they march back and forth, and just hearing some of the stories of things that they've done to soldiers who tried to like infiltrate the line, yeah, I trust them with my life. They are gangster. The SEALs and Marines and whoever, the gangster people, like, it's like soldiers and then the gangster soldiers that are patrol. Yeah, we good. We good. So last question, BTDubs007. I hope I'm saying that right, because I really say these with such confidence, right? All right, more interracial dating since okay, so I am one person who just happens to talk a lot. And I do go a lot of places and I do meet a lot of people, but I don't think that I can affect change like that on a bigger scale. Now, should things happen, I've been looking for this pocket the whole time I've been talking. I finally found it. Yay! Okay. Should I get like a talk show or something more masses aside from you guys? You guys are awesome and I love you, but Korean masses wise, if I were to get something like that, then I feel like maybe I would have the power to affect change, and I hope that I get that opportunity to affect change. And I put on Facebook as my status, I want to live a life so that my words have power. So I want people to, I want the things that I say and do to affect change. To me, that's power, affecting change. And so I don't have that power yet. So no, I don't see an increase in interracial dating now that I live here in Korea. I will say the people that I know, I think, are more open to connecting with people, be it friends or otherwise, from other races after knowing me. Not because I'm great, but because they had one idea of what black people were, and then they met me, and then they were like, oh, maybe not. And then not just me, but I told them about my friends and other people that I know. I'm not a weird phenomenon or anomaly. No, the majority of black people have all of their common sense. You know, we joke about Medea and things like that, but those situations are few and far between. And so when they get a chance to experience that, I think it changes their mind. So yeah, I don't see like, oh man, there's like one on every corner now. I definitely don't, because Korean traditions, you have to keep in mind, this has been the hermit kingdom for thousands of years. They're like super older than the U.S. And so the U.S. came into it with mixing, even by force, with slaves and mulattoes. So the intermixing was like inevitable for us. And then of course with us having a melting pot, it's nothing. For them, however, it's been one country, and the heroes, which that's a whole other video, the heroes that they think white people are, they grandize that, and they really and truly like they love white people. They're obsessed with white people. They want to be white. They go through plastic surgery and get eye things and circular, all this other stuff to be white because of what the media has portrayed white people to be. Even to the point they don't even bring black movies here because that's not, they don't think it'll sell. And probably there are some other reasons. I'm not saying this is the end all be all of everything Korean. I'm just saying, per my experience, it is far more likely for a Korean person to connect with a white person than it would be a black person or Filipino person or Spanish person. It's not just black people. Any person with that. If you're not white, it ain't right in the eyesight of Korea. So that's and of course I love meeting people and friends. As you know, I've posted videos, people and friends who are in interracial marriages. I love that because that shows me that against all odds they followed their hearts, and that is just earth-shattering and moving to me to see someone to be so passionate about someone else that they're willing to give up the negativity and the traditions and the family disgracing and all of that for that love. That's just a beautiful thing. Maybe one day I will experience something like that. If not, it's cool. I'm cool with taping it. So I hope that answered your question, and if it didn't, then re-inbox me. But I think that's what you were asking me, if I saw a change in interracial dating since I've been in Korea. I will say I noticed it more now because I am kind of into, I'm more intrigued by the AMBW. I'm not obsessed. I don't have to have an Asian man. I'm not like on the prowl like some people I know. Nah, dude, I'm chilling, and whatever happens, happens with whomever it happens with. So I do notice it more, but that's because I'm interested in it. And notice it meaning it's always been there. I'm just more like, oh, hey, there's a black and Korean couple. Hey, there's a black. I also see foreign interracial couples as well. So I'll see like two teachers, one black, one white, and they're together, and that's awesome. So, yes, that's all I have, and I'm sure I went way over time because that beeped like a long time ago. My bad. My bad. Maybe I should only do 3 questions a day or 2 people a day. I don't know. I'm gonna try this whole 10-minute thing. I don't know how I did that so successfully last time. Maybe I wasn't as successful as I thought. Who knows? Anyway, I hope you're having a fantabulous day,